Coming up this hour on Sunrise, things are slowly getting back to normal now that the shutdown is over. We have a look at when SNAP benefits are expected to hit and how some TSA workers are getting a little extra money. Here's a look at what other stories we're covering in your neighborhood.
Remember this hailstorm last week? It left many people with damaged vehicles. I'm Ana Conejo, and I'll show you how a transportation service is making sure those affected can still get around.
Getting ready for Thanksgiving, you might notice a bigger price tag on your turkey this year. I'm Tony Jaramillo on the south side, and I'll tell you why.
Good morning. I'm Michaela Chavez. Brian and Michelle have the day off. Let's turn it over to Stephen Jones, who's standing by with a look at your roadways before you head out the door this morning. Hey, Stephen, TGIF, happy Friday.
Good morning, Michaela. Happy Friday, happy Friday, Junior, whatever you want to call it. I mean, maybe even the weekend for some of us out there, and really just not a bad day to start off. What were you feeling about the weather this morning? A little too warm, a little too cold, or just about right?
To me, just about right.
Okay, we'll take that. You know, there's a little bit more humidity out there, so as you're stepping out the door, maybe a little bit more dew on the cars. I know I saw some on mine out there, but luckily no rain out there to be slowing you down in terms of the traffic this morning. Let's get an in-depth look here at some of our roadways. First, starting off with the Harbor Bridge. If you're heading to or from Portland this morning, maybe Taft or Ingleside as well, good and green going that way. As we're working our way into Corpus Christi a little bit, some of our more major roadways, looking at Ocean Drive, no major slowdowns there, as well as SPID, Saratoga, and Crosstown Expressway. Looking like the only one, just Rodfield as you get close to SPID there, but not too much to worry about there with it either. As we look over into Flower Bluff Drive, good and green both ways. Waldron Road, a little bit of a slowdown there as you head south. You want to just be mindful of, as well as the normal slowdown you see closer to the gates at the Naval Air Station. So there's something to be mindful of and give yourself an extra minute, extra couple of minutes to compensate for. As we're looking at those drive times, sitting at 22 minutes from downtown to the island, 8 from Portland to downtown, Cal Allen to downtown, sitting around that 15-minute mark. So wherever you're coming from and going to, going to be good and green to head out the door and then kick off your Friday morning.
Thanks for that, Stephen. We'll get to your neighborhood news in just a little bit. But first, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says they hope to get most people their SNAP benefits today or Monday at the very latest. Rollins said her department began work Wednesday night once the government reopened to issue full food stamps benefits for November. More than 40 million Americans were left in limbo when Rollins said last month the Department of Agriculture could not distribute food stamps for November. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced some TSA employees would receive a $10,000 bonus check. She said the employees stepped up every single day and served with exemplary service through the federal government shutdown. Noem handed out what she said were bonus checks to nearly 24 TSA employees at George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston. She said more employees would be receiving the checks. Coming up at 6:12, Scripps News Group Nathaniel Reed will join us with the latest. The Smithsonian American History and Air and Space Museums are set to reopen today. They were two of the public institutions that were forced to close down during the longest government shutdown ever. The American History Museum attracted more than 2.4 million visitors each year, and it's home to the original Star-Spangled Banner, sewn in 1813 by Mary Pickersgill, and President Lincoln's top hat that he wore the night he was assassinated. The Apollo 11 Command Module Columbia is one of the many history-making replicas on display at the Air and Space Museum.
I'm Ana Conejo, your neighborhood news reporter in Taft. It's been over a week since neighbors were hit by a hailstorm in Taft. Now, many people have damaged vehicles just like this and don't have a way to get around. That's why a local transportation service is stepping up to help.
It was so loud. It was, oh my God. It was scary.
Rosalinda Elizondo and Lucy Lopez still remember last week's hailstorm like it was yesterday.
We thought it was a tornado because that's how bad it sounded. You could hear the wind.
Taft was hit the hardest, leaving homes and vehicles destroyed, including Lucy's.
My front windshield really was on the verge of collapse. You could touch it and you could push it in. There was glass on my dashboard.
Lucy's car is now a total loss. That's why she's riding with Rosalinda, a driver with Real Transit. The local transportation service has partnered with the city to help those impacted by the storm. Residents can get around Taft and surrounding areas for free.
There's a lot who are without their cars, who got temporary rentals, and they could use it, like I said, for doctor's appointments, to do their grocery shopping, pick up their kids from school.
For Lucy, she's no stranger to taking Real Transit. She used it frequently when she was in school. She says she's grateful for the help as she tries to get back on her feet.
Now I'm in the process of getting my vehicle picked up by the insurance company and trying to get into a new vehicle.
Now for a free ride, you can call 361-668-3158. Reporting in Taft, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Ana Conejo, Chris 6 News.
Well, happy Friday morning there, Coastal Bend. I'm meteorologist Stephen Jones, taking a live look out at our USS Lexington camp. Thanks to First Community Bank, you can see just a beautiful morning on our hands. The aquarium nice and lit up, putting on a show there. The new Harbor Bridge in view, not too much cloud cover out there either. Just maybe a little bit of patchy fog trying to set up with those temperatures and humidity getting close together. Right now sitting around 62 degrees with that wind out of the south-southeast at 6 miles an hour. Going to continue to fuel that humidity increasing as we go through the next few days with that wind out of the south-southeast. Taking a look at our temperatures in your neighborhood, a couple visibilities as well that are down right now. 61 degrees in Beeville, 62 here in town, 61 also the number 4 Kingsville this morning, a little warmer over towards Port Aransas at 75 degrees. And like I said, a couple of those visibilities just to be mindful of. Kingsville about 2.5 miles, Hebronville coming in around that 2.2 mile mark, just about 5.5 there in Alice, I should say, and then Beeville 3.8 miles. So a little bit of patchy fog starting to set up. Maybe just give yourself a couple extra minutes as you're heading out for your morning commute. Taking a look at our muggy meter, like I said, that southeasterly flow going to continue to increase the dew points as we go through the weekend and into next week, especially entering that very humid category by the time we're going into Monday through Wednesday. That's where we have the moisture really in place. Right now, the timing looks like the upper level energy is going to work into the area by the time we're going into the middle of next week, Wednesday into Thursday timeframe. That's where the rain could start to pop back up on the board. For today's dog walking forecast, of course, though, we've got Moose here today ready to go on his walk out there. And taking a look at those temperatures for Moose, going to be pretty warm out there. 76 by 9 a.m., not too bad. 82 by 11 a.m., 83 there by noon, and those winds out of the south about 5 to 15 miles an hour, so just a little bit breezy and not too bad at all for Moose heading out today. Looking at your forecast highs later into this afternoon, a little bit cooler along the coast in those lower 80s, but as you work your way inland where there's just a little bit more sunshine and a little drier air, 86 and 87 is the number you could be pushing up to here in Corpus Christi, and then George West, Freer, Orange Grove, plenty of that on the board. All of us going to be entering the 80s as we go into our daytime highs and holding that through the next few days, even pushing upwards of 90 degrees by that Monday into Tuesday timeframe, especially before we see a steady decline going towards the 21st through about the 23rd. Model guidance has been shifting a little bit, but hopefully that's where we start to see some more below average temperatures make their return, as well as more rain working into the area, because right now on our Doppler radar, just very quiet out there, and that's going to be exactly what we see throughout our Friday and really throughout most of our weekend. You can see that reflected on the 7-day forecast. Really going to be warm until we finally get to that Tuesday timeframe with Wednesday in mind, with the rain chances returning, and then the temperatures decline to the 80s with overnight lows in those lower 70s.
Big league talent, small town spirit, Jose Trevino brings the love of baseball right back home. I'm Alexis Scott with how he's inspiring the next generation of players during his annual homecoming. Woo!
And it's back to business for the federal government. Coming up on Sunrise, Scripps News Group Nathaniel Reed will join us. He has the latest on when government workers might expect to get their paycheck and if your holiday travel is still affected by the shutdown. Welcome back. It is 6:12 on your Friday morning, or as we're calling it here today, your weekend junior. Happy TGIF to all of you guys out there. We're wishing you a great and safe start to your Friday today and a wonderful weekend ahead. And now on to some national news. The government is now open, but it'll take some time for government workers to receive their paychecks. To talk more about this, we bring in our congressional correspondent, Nathaniel Reed. Good morning, Nate. Air traffic controllers are among those who are waiting to get their paychecks. When can they expect it, and is there a chance that holiday travel might be affected by this?
Yeah, Michaela, look, the government shutdown is over, thank goodness. But air travel, one of those areas that's still affected, and that's because air traffic controllers might still be waiting for that first paycheck since the government reopened. And the Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, says that it could be 72 hours before they start to see some money flow into their account through electronic transfers, and then possibly until early or middle next week that they actually get some of that back pay that they so desperately deserve. And for many of these air traffic controllers, they've been calling out sick either to deal with family care or just simply because they hadn't been getting paid. And as we already know, there is an air traffic controller shortage all across the country. So the fact that they weren't getting paid just exacerbating the issues that we've already seen all across the country since the beginning of this year. So a lot of questions about, how long it's going to take for those delays, those residual delays to clear back up. But there is a silver lining here. Either way, the government shutdown is over. Given that air traffic controllers are starting to get those funds, that means that some of those delays are likely to clear up, be all the way gone once we get to the Thanksgiving holiday into the holiday travel season, meaning that for Brian and Michelle coming back from vacation, hopefully their flights will not be delayed. Of course, there is yet another caveat I have to warn you about, Michaela. Winter weather, that could certainly cause a lot of delays. But the one silver lining in all of this, as we enter the holiday travel season, those delays will not be because people are not getting paid. Air traffic controllers will get that back pay. They will return to work, and hopefully those delays will iron themselves out in just about the next week or so. Even, more good news, the fact that the shutdown is over. There were the possibility that they'd have to cancel up to 10% of flights starting this weekend. That ultimately did not happen because the shutdown is over, because air traffic controllers are getting their back pay. So, again, could be worse. We still have winter weather to worry about, but it seems like the skies will be returning to normal quite soon.
Alrighty, Nate. Well, thank you for that info, that silver lining, and just taking the time to talk to us today. We're wishing you a great weekend.
Well, happy Friday and happy weekend, Junior Coastal Bend looking out there. I'm meteorologist Stephen Jones taking a live look out at our USS Lexington cam. Thanks to First Community Bank, you can see sitting at 62 degrees and more humidity in the air as well, but not too much cloud cover out there right now. The aquarium nice and lit up, putting on a good show. The new Harbor Bridge in view. A few cars starting to take it as well as we're heading closer to that 6 a.m. hour. Now we're heading through that 6 a.m. hour as we're looking at it heading towards that 7 a.m. hour now. Looking back at yesterday though, first above average on both those morning lows and the daytime highs, about 4 degrees above average for the morning low, then getting closer to 10 degrees above average for that daytime high. Either way, short of that record high 93 degrees back from 1951. So definitely don't want to see too many 90s, but unfortunately we might see 1 or 2 more here in November before we get out of it. Rainfall wise, definitely need a lot to make up for 2025, coming up on that 12.5-inch mark of a rainfall deficit for 2025. So hopefully we start to see some more weather makers working into the area. For those current temperatures in your neighborhood, as usual, Port Aransas a little bit warmer this morning at 75 degrees, then a good 10-degree spread to Ingleside at 65, and then a little bit more off to the north, 62 for George West, Mathis, and Beeville this morning. The cool spot looking off to the west over in Alice, as well as Freer there, coming in around that 61-degree mark into Kingsville. So not too bad this morning, and as we're looking at those dew points, they are very close to the temperatures in those lower 60s and those mid 60s along the coast. So whenever you get the temperatures and the dew points so close together, that's where you start to get a little bit of patchy fog setting up across the region, and that's exactly what we're seeing into the Beeville area, Alice, as well as Hebronville down there. Starting to see just a little bit of that patchy fog, around to a mile or less of that reduced visibility. So definitely want to keep your headlights on and give yourself a couple extra minutes out the door to compensate for any of that extra time it might take you to work through that drive in the morning commute. Looking at today's planner for you, going to be just a little bit breezy, but also plenty of sunshine on the way as we warm up into the afternoon. 76 degrees is expected by 9 a.m. By 1 p.m., 84 degrees. Those daytime highs expected around 86 here in Corpus Christi, with those winds, like I said, out of the southeast continuing to rise that moisture, and we're going to see those winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour, so pretty similar to what we saw yesterday. And as we go into next week, that's where we finally start to get the rain chances back on the board with that moisture that's going to be working back into the area. So first we've got to get through some warm days ahead, plenty of humidity in the air as well as we go into Sunday and Monday with temperatures, unfortunately, yes, pushing towards that 90-degree mark once again. But then we've got the good news. By Wednesday into Thursday of next week, that's where those rain chances really start to return, hopefully putting a good dent in that drought, with daytime highs decreasing to the 80s and overnight lows in those 70s.
Are you looking for something to do this weekend? Stick around. Marcus Lozano with the Jewish Food Festival Committee has all the details about this weekend's 40th annual Jewish Food Festival. Welcome back. A local favorite event is taking place this weekend at the Congregation Beth Israel, and I'm talking about the 40th annual Jewish Food Festival. From food to music, you'll be able to find just about everything there. And to talk more about this, Marcus Lozano with the Food Fest Committee joins us this morning.
Me.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm hungry.
I was about to say it was
6 in the morning, so I'm ready to eat everything we got here.
Yeah, so we have a lot here in front of us. I have not had the luxury to attend this festival in the 40 years that it's been here. Can you talk to me a little bit about what people can expect when going this weekend? I'm sure they're going to expect to see some of this.
Absolutely. So all of this will be there. This is some items from our bake shop, our sweet shop. Then some of these are items also from that. But we also have a vintage shop and a silent auction. So those are other things that are going on in addition to all these amazing foods.
Oh, wow. And those vintage shops and that silent auction, how has that been in maybe previous years?
It's done amazing. So it's proven to be a huge part of our fundraising. So of course we continue to have it over and over, and people line up for hours just to have a little bit of our Jewish life.
And how do you feel knowing that people are even partaking in this type of culture and community and just really putting themselves out there to experience something like this?
So the really cool thing and the really fulfilling thing about the Jewish Food Festival is that us as a Jewish community have the opportunity to share who we are with all of Corpus Christi. So of course, we're just very excited to do so and to feed you and to show you some of our cultures and some of the things that make being Jewish so special.
Awesome. Absolutely. And some of the things that make it special are even the food and the desserts. And we'll get into that in a little bit too. But can you tell us real quickly what we have here in front of us?
Okay. Well, this is going to be one of the things that's more popular. Everybody knows a little bit about this. You ready? Challah.
Challah.
So this is our challah. These are arugula. This is babka. These are Jewish black and white cookies. This right here is hamantashen. So those are all like little desserts and breads and things like that. But this thing right here has its own special little bowl. So this is called matzah candy. I call it matzah crack because it's just so darn addicting.
Matzah candy.
Yeah, so it's very, very good. You definitely, if you're going to try something, and you're going to want a piece of that too.
Oh, definitely. We're going to have to try that here in just a little bit whenever we have the next time we're going to be showing this.
Absolutely.
And we'll show a live reaction to how I'm going to like it because I know I'm going to like it.
I don't see how you couldn't.
Awesome. Alrighty, guys. Well, stick around and we'll tell you a little bit more about the event and try some of this delicious food.
Well, taking a look at some of our traffic flow this morning. First, I want to talk about, you're going to have to check out that Jewish Food Festival this weekend, looking absolutely great with some of that food out there this Saturday and Sunday. So a great event for this weekend, and it's going to be great weather for it as well. But first, taking a look at some of our roadways, those current conditions to and from Portland, I should say. Good and green out the door this morning, heading that way. And as we look into the Corpus Christi area, Ocean Drive, just a minor slowdown you want to be mindful of there. But SPID looking good. Saratoga, not too bad at all. Crosstown Expressway, good and green all the way if you're heading that way. As we work our way a little bit into the Flower Bluff area, Flower Bluff Drive looking good and green this morning, although Waldron Road does have a minor slowdown just to be mindful of there. And of course, the normal slowdown that we see closer to the gates as you get towards the Naval Air Station Corpus Christi. So something to just compensate for with a couple extra minutes of time. And as we look at those drive times for you, sitting at 21 minutes from downtown to the island, 8 minutes from Portland to downtown, 15 from Cal Allen to downtown. So wherever you're coming from and going to, good and green to head out the door and then kick off your Friday morning. Well, good Friday morning there, Coastal Bend, taking a live look out at our Snoopy Skycam thanks to Matthew CCAC. 6:27 a.m., 62 degrees here in downtown Corpus Christi, closer to 70 over there by Snoopy's, and you can see the causeway in view. Just a few cars starting to hit the roadway as we're getting closer to the 6:30 a.m. time frame, and not too bad as we're starting off our Friday morning. Just a little warm out there, and that's what we were like yesterday as well. We only got to 61 degrees for that morning low yesterday, about 4 degrees above average. Daytime highs near that that 10 degrees above average mark. Either way, short of those records. 93 degrees back in 1951. Also 36, the cold record back there in 1986. And of course, rainfall, we definitely need quite a bit of it. We've just passed the 12.5-inch mark of a rainfall deficit for 2025 so far, and we're going to be coming up on that 13 inches if we don't start to see some more rain working into the area. Over the past 10 hours, a decent cool down on our hands. 73 there by 10 p.m., 65 by 3 a.m. Since that, we've gotten down to about 62 degrees or so here in downtown Corpus Christi. We'll see if we can try to shave off another degree or two here over the next 15 minutes or so, but with the sun starting to come up, we'll see if it's not too likely or if it'll happen. As we look at those current temperatures, as we're seeing a little bit warmer normally there at Port Aransas at 75 degrees, 62 for Mathis, as well as Beeville and Cotulla this morning. And as we look over at Hebbronville, coming in also at that 62 degree mark, the cool spot going to be 61 from San Diego through Kingsville, and with dew points also up there in the 60s, even a couple upper 50s and even the mid 60s along the coast. With them so close to that temperatures, that's exactly the right recipe for some patchy fog to develop across the coastal bend, and that's what we're seeing there in Beeville, Hebbronville, Alice areas where they're getting about reduced visibilities down to that half mile or so. So you want to give yourself a couple extra minutes. Keep the headlights on as you head out the door because you might just run into some of that patchy fog as you're starting off your morning commute. As we're looking at your dog walking forecast today, we've got Moose on the board here, ready to go on his walk, of course, and just waiting for it and looking like a great day for it. Just want to have the water on standby as well. Looking at those temperatures, 80 degrees by 10 a.m., 83 there by noon, with those winds turning out of the southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour, more like 10 to 20 as we're going into the afternoon hours, similar to what we saw yesterday with plenty of sunshine on the way. And you can see that on our wind gust forecast, peak gusts about 3 to 5 p.m., that 25 mile an hour mark. Could even try to push up into the upper 20s at times, so a little breezy, but nothing that we're not used to, still short of the 30 to 35 miles an hour we saw a couple weeks ago. Feels like temperatures going to get into those upper 80s at times from about 2 to 3 p.m. before we start that nightly cool down. So like I said, for Moose's walk, maybe just going to be a little warm this afternoon as well. And through most of the next 10 days, going to remain above average until we get to about that 21st through 23rd time frame, where model guidance wants to put us back below average and hopefully putting some more rain back into the area as well, because as you can see on the current Doppler radar out there, very quiet conditions for us across the coastal bend right now as we're going into the future tracker. That's going to remain the case as well into the weekend. So if you're going to be heading out to the Jewish Food Festival, it's going to be great weather for it, maybe just a little warm on board. 90 degrees there by Monday is what I've got on my forecast, with those rain chances returning by the time we're heading into the middle of next week, with overnight lows going into the 70s as well.
Welcome back. A local favorite event is taking place this weekend at the Congregation Beth Israel, and I'm talking about the 40th annual Jewish Food Festival. From food to music, you'll be able to find just about everything there. And to talk more about this, Marcus Lozano with the Food Fest Committee joins us this morning. Good morning, Marcus.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm already pretty tempted. I'm being taunted right now.
Yes,
I have to eat something
smell
now.
Everything?
I can smell a little bit of everything, and we do have a little bit of everything.
Yes.
Desserts, food,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I brought a little bit of everything so that you can try and so that we can talk a little bit about it and, see how that goes.
Talk and eat. Let's eat first.
Sure.
Which one do you want me to try?
So I brought a few of my favorite things. So just so you know, there's going to be a lot more than this.
Okay.
Let's start off with this. This deliciousness is called matzah candy. In my home, it has a little nickname, and it's because it's so addicting. So if you'd like to grab a piece.
Yes, please.
Can I do it with you? Because I'm starving.
Yes, please.
Ready?
Well, cheers it.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's so light, too.
I told you, right? So this is a little treat that we have during Passover, because during Passover we don't really eat bread. So this is made on matzah, which is an unleavened bread. It's wonderful, it's phenomenal, and I want more. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I do want more too. I want to finish that one, but I want to try something else too.
Sure. So this is babka. This is the Jewish black and white cookie. This is rugelach. This is hamantashen, and again, remember what this one is?
Challah.
Challah. So anyway, I do want you to try the rugelach. It's another favorite of people who come to our Jewish Food Festival. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
The inside filling.
Right? It's really good. It's buttery, it's sugary, it's cinnamony. It's all the amazing things that you want, right? I mean, it's perfect.
And so, well, I keep enjoying this delicious dessert. Can you tell me a little about, you
Sure.
mentioned it's 40th annual,
It
40th
is,
year.
it is our Ruby year. So it is our 40th year. It started off as a freezer cell that the sisterhood of our congregation started. And it just turned into this, and it's grown, and it's become just this giant festival for all of Corpus Christi. As a matter of fact, our silent auction, we counted 110 items. So it's going to be a big thing. Our vintage shop, I saw some Gucci and some Christian Dior in there, so get in line because there's going to be a lot of great things.
For all those people who love all that stuff, of course.
Absolutely.
And you said that this is a fundraiser.
Yes, this is a fundraiser. It goes back towards our temple so that we can continue to do this year after year. You know, part of the thing that we love to do so much at Congregation Beth Israel is educate the community, let them know that we're here, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what we look forward to doing every year.
And that's what's important, making sure that people know and acknowledge that this is something that they can take a part of.
Right,
And
diversity.
exactly, diversity. And so we want to mention, if you guys have nothing to do this weekend, or if you're interested in trying, because let me tell you, I love this, and I'm a picky eater.
Right.
This is great already, and we barely touched the desserts.
Oh, yeah.
So for people who are interested in this, can you tell us a little bit about when
Sure.
it's going to be?
Tomorrow, Saturday, November 15th, the doors open at 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We are at 4402 Saratoga, which is the Jewish temple here in town. Again, it's Congregation Beth Israel, 4402 Saratoga Boulevard at Shea Parkway.
Awesome, and that's Saturday, and it's also Sunday.
And Sunday is brunch from 11 to 2.
Yum. Alrighty, guys. Well, you heard it here. If you want to try some of this food, and I promise you with everything in me, he does too.
Yes.
It's delicious. Try it
Absolutely.
out. Experience something different. Experience something new. And join us this weekend at the Jewish Food Festival.
Well, I think it looks like I've got plans this weekend now officially to go out there to the Jewish Food Festival. Looks like some great food. I mean, I was just watching that Seinfeld episode last night with the babka and the black and white cookies, so definitely some good stuff to try out there. And as we're looking at the weather, here's a live look at the USS Lexington Cam, brought to us by First Community Bank, of course, sitting at that 62-degree mark. Winds out of the south-southeast about 6 miles an hour, not too bad as we're starting off our weekend, Junior. Taking a look at those temperatures in your neighborhood, still a couple cool spots, 60 degrees there in Beeville, 61 over in Kingsville. Hebronville even reading 59 degrees this morning, and a little warmer over in Port Aransas at 75. A couple of reduced visibilities to just be mindful of. 3.9 miles there in Beeville. Also 2.2 is what we're down to in Hebronville right now, and about 5 there in Alice. So maybe give yourself a couple extra minutes out the door to compensate for that extra time. Looking at your day planner, you're going to see those winds out of the southeast all day, 10 to 20 miles an hour this afternoon, with daytime highs towards 86 degrees. But of course, I'll go over that full 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit.
Now, 20 minutes of non-stop news, sponsored by Ewald Kubota.
Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of nonstop news. I'm Michaela Chavez. Brian and Michelle have the day off. We have plenty of neighborhood news for you this morning. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Stephen Jones. Stephen, I am full. I'm ready to keep on eating. I hope you are too. But before we get into all of that, how are those roadways looking?
I think you're absolutely right. That food just looks too good right now, but the roads, they're looking pretty good as well. As we're heading off to our Friday, Junior, you can see plenty of greens on the map behind me. And taking a live look out there, here's our SPID Skycam. You can see a few more cars starting to pick up on the roadway as we're getting closer to that 7 a.m. hour now. But luckily, as far as we can see, still flowing nice and smooth out there on SPID. Let's get a good in-depth look here at the Harbor Bridge. First, to and from Portland this morning. Going to be good and green out the door if you're heading that way to Portland or Taft or Ingleside. As we look into Corpus Christi Ocean Drive, not too bad either. And like we saw on the SPID Skycam, good and green all along it right now, as well as Crosstown Expressway and Saratoga both coming in the clear as well if you're heading out that way, I should say. As we look over towards the Flower Bluff area, Flower Bluff Drive, a minor slowdown there to be mindful of, as well as Waldron Road. And the normal slowdown you see closer to the Naval Air Station gates, not looking too bad right now, and those drive times for you all sitting in the green right now. So wherever you're going to and wherever you're coming from, going to be good and green to head out the door and then kick off your Friday morning.
I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter on the south side. The USDA says wholesale turkey prices are up 40% from last year after avian flu outbreaks hit flocks. And I'm looking into how this could impact your Thanksgiving budget. The USDA estimates wholesale frozen turkeys will be about $1.31 per pound, up from 94 cents a pound from last year. Dr. Abdurrahman Tamisi explains part of what is to blame for a down year in production.
Once the virus enters the turkey farm, it can destroy the entire farm within a day or two.
According to the USDA, the avian flu hit 2 commercial farms last year and the beginning of this year. He adds that it can spread quickly among turkeys.
One infected turkey can infect up to 25 other turkey.
Dr. Abdel Rahman says a good rule of thumb is to cook any meat to at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit. On the south side, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
Remember this hailstorm last week? It left many people with damaged vehicles. I'm Ana Conejo, and I'll show you how a transportation service is making sure those affected can still get around. A recent hailstorm in Taft left many residents with severe vehicle damage, including Lucy Lopez, whose car was totaled after hail shattered her windshield. To help those suddenly without transportation, the city of Taft partnered with Real Transit to provide free rides Monday through Friday from 5 in the morning to 8 p.m. Residents can schedule the ride by calling Real Transit directly. Mayor Elida Castillo says the service is essential for getting to work, school, and medical appointments in nearby cities as the community continues to recover.
The city of Portland is nearly done with its Fifth and Elm project. I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Victoria Valderrama, speaking with neighbors excited about the official opening of this new destination. Alyssa Myers with GP Nutrition got a VIP first look at Fifth and Elm. She showed me what people can expect.
Inside, so there is a bar, there is food, there is a stage.
The city of Portland took us inside for a behind-the-scenes look. The ribbon-cutting ceremony for Fifth and Elm is set for Friday at 4 p.m. It will officially open to the public by 5. In Portland, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Victoria Valderrama for Chris 6 News.
The excitement is in full effect here at the USS Lexington as hundreds of young, aspiring baseball stars and even some of the professionals are here for Jose Trevino's batting practice, also known as Trevi's homecoming.
The roar of bats and cheers filled the air on Thursday at the USS Lexington as part of a series of events here in Corpus Christi. Trevino had some help from local teams like the Cal Allen Wildcats and professional Texas Tailgaters. The event gave young players an unforgettable experience while highlighting Trevino's love for his community. And if you missed Thursday's event, you have another chance to see Jose Trevino and have a little community fun during a celebrity softball game and other exciting tournaments. We'll have details on ChrisTV.com.
I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Ben Bolt, where students are picking up more than books. They're picking up tools and laying the foundation for their future. At Bembo Palito Blanco High School, students are learning about welding and construction. It's part of the Badger Builders program. Students like Nathaniel Polido are learning hands-on skills to help them in their future careers or just to learn how to do handiwork. For some, like Braden Peña, this is the first time they pick up drills or welding torches. But they're discovering new talents, working on campus to fix what's needed.
Well, good there. Howdy there and happy Friday morning, Coastal Bend. Taking a look at our Snoopy Skycam, thanks to Matthew CCAC. 6:46 a.m., 62 degrees here in downtown Corpus Christi, closer to 70 over here at Snoopy's Pier. And you can see those winds out of the southeast as well, around 5 to 10 miles an hour, continuing to bring in plenty of moisture to the area as we go through the days ahead. A couple of boaters hitting the water as well this morning. Taking a look back at our Thursday, you can see above average for both the morning and the daytime high at 61 and 86 degrees, short of those records. That was 36 and then 93 back in 1986 and 1951, respectively. Of course, rainfall-wise, we need a lot to make up for the 2025 deficit so far. If we don't get any soon, going to be coming up on that 13-inch shy mark for 2025. Temperatures out there, 75 degrees in Port Aransas, 70 for Rockport, then a good 11 degrees shy there in Beeville at 59 degrees. So a good spread of temperatures across the coastal bend this morning. And as we go into the afternoon, that's where we're going to see the warm up into the 80s. Of course, dew points also on the rise as you're stepping out the door this morning into the 60s for most of us. 58 there in Beeville, 59 in Hebbronville with those mid-60s along the coast. But when you get these so close to those temperatures, that's where you start to get a little patchy fog developing across the area, and that's exactly what we're seeing in Beeville, Alice, and then Hebbronville with some of those reduced visibility. So maybe give yourself a couple extra minutes out the door just to compensate for any extra time it might take you for that morning commute. Taking a look at our dog walking forecast today, we've got Moose here just ready to go on his walk, and looking at those temperatures for Moose's morning, let's take a look through them. They're going to be around 8 miles an hour by 9 a.m. out of the south, 12 miles an hour throughout the morning hours, and then those temperatures getting towards that 83-degree mark as we're heading towards that noon hour for lunchtime. So really not too bad for Moose's walk today as we're heading out the door and into the afternoon. That's where we start to get a little toastier out there with those winds out of the southeast, and then going to be gusting upwards of 20 to 25 miles an hour, especially from 3 to 5 p.m. Then they start to come back down as we go into the overnight hours. So not too bad, but with that southeasterly flow in place, like I said, going to continue to fuel the moisture and going to make it feel a little bit warmer than those current temperatures as well. Going to be getting up to the 80s, mid 80s, I should say, 86 degrees to even 87 degrees by that daytime high for feels like temperatures, just feeling a little bit warmer than what it actually is outside. And as we're looking at that throughout the next 10 days, going to remain mostly above average, especially until we get to the really back half of the month there by the 21st through 23rd, where model guidance wants to put us right around average, but I've still got hope that we're going to get below average for a greater amount of time than this. We're just going to have to keep out hope for now. And rain-wise, got to keep out hope for that as well, but it's looking more promising, especially as we're heading towards that Wednesday to Thursday time frame of next week. For now, just going to be a little warm through these next few days with plenty of sunshine on the board, with that humidity increasing as well, even pushing 90 degrees by Monday before that rain returns heading into the middle of next week.
Budget friendly is the theme in the toy aisles these days, where many parents are looking for hot but still affordable toys. And if you're looking for something specific, experts say you may want to shop sooner rather than later, because there's always the chance of some of them selling out.
Find everything okay? With tariff price hikes and possible shortages in mind, Allison Desch wants to get her kids' toys early.
Always last minute.
Wise choice, according to Marcy Harmon, owner of Flying Pig Toys.
We have definitely seen some increases in prices. Mostly things made in China, I feel like, have increased the most. However, also my brands that do come from Europe have had some increases, especially ones that are wooden toys.
To help parents, she stocked her shelves with items under $30. From dolls.
This one is $29.99.
To Legos and Minecraft.
This is the new one that just came in, $24.99.
James Zahn, senior editor of the Toy Insider, says Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals are starting to surface. The wild card, though, is inventory. Zahn says holiday stock arrived late due to production shutdowns in China earlier this year.
If a product becomes really hot, there's not a guarantee that it's going to get restocked in time.
For hot toys on a budget, Zahn has these recommendations: Slime Mart's baskets and bags.
This one has the hamburger in it.
Our Generation limited edition Christmas dolls. Tabletop game Cownado.
Oh, there it goes.
Counterball. And for just $6.97 at Walmart, Farting Fugglers.
This means funny, ugly monster. There are tons of these to collect.
At her store, Harmon expects Wicked products to sell wicked fast.
We have lots of Wicked Legos. We have Wicked ornaments.
Toy experts say don't delay so you don't waste your money. John Mattery, Scripps News Group.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says they hope to get most people their SNAP benefits today or Monday at the very latest. Rollins said her department began work Wednesday night once the government reopened to issue full food stamps benefits for November. More than 40 million Americans were left in limbo when Rollins said last month the Department of Agriculture could not distribute food stamps for November. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced some TSA employees would receive a $10,000 bonus check. She said the employees stepped up every single day and served with exemplary service through the federal government shutdown. Noem handed out what she said were bonus checks to nearly 24 TSA employees at George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston. She said more employees would be receiving the checks. And the Smithsonian American History and Air and Space Museums are set to reopen today. They were two of the public institutions that were forced to close down during the longest government shutdown ever. The American History Museum attracted more than 2.4 million visitors each year. It's home to the original Star-Spangled Banner, sewn in 1813 by Mary Pickersgill, and President Lincoln's top hat that he wore the night he was assassinated. The Apollo 11 Command Module Columbia is one of the many history-making relics on display at the Air and Space Museum. And Toyota is recalling nearly 127,000 Toyota and Lexus vehicles over a potential engine failure issue. The automaker says debris from the manufacturing process could contaminate the engine and cause a failure of the main bearings. It could cause the engine to stall or a loss of drive power. The recalled vehicles are the 2022 to 2024 Toyota Tundra and Lexus LX and the 2024 Lexus GX with V35A engines. Toyota says it's still working on a solution. Once the fix is ready, it'll do free repairs. The case against Del Mar College instructors Jose Uribe and Martin Fonseca is now in the hands of Brooks County. The two are accused of inappropriately touching students at Falfurrias High School. Uribe and Fonseca were arrested last month and are out on bond. Both have been charged with 2 counts of assault causing bodily injury. The Corpus Christi Public Libraries will be hosting their Fall Family Craft Fun event this weekend. It'll be Saturday from noon to 1 at the Ben F. McDonald Public Library. Some of the fall family crafts include wooden wind chimes and wooden pumpkin painting. No registration is required. And Cheetos and Doritos are going naked. PepsiCo is launching new versions of the popular snacks that won't have artificial flavors or dyes. As a result, they will have a natural pale yellow color instead of the bright orange we're used to. The company says Simply Naked snacks will taste the same as the originals, which will still be available. They'll be available in Doritos Nacho Cheese and Cool Ranch flavors and Cheeto Puffs and Flamin' Hot flavors. They'll hit store shelves next month. I like the fun colors of everything. That's what I grew up with. Love me some Cheeto Puffs and Doritos, but it doesn't hurt. They say it's the same flavor. It doesn't hurt to try it out.
That's gonna be the question. That's gonna be the test. I know I gotta try at least. I gotta try the nacho cheese and the Flamin' Hot Cheetos for sure. I'm not too big on the Cool Ranch ones personally, you know.
Neither am I. I love the nacho cheese ones, the red bag. They used to be my favorite chips, but now, how weird that both of them are in it actually, because now I'm really into Cheeto Puffs right now.
Oh, okay. See, you know, I didn't get too much into the Puffs, but regular Cheetos, I mean, they're good. They're hard to beat, so.
With a sandwich, regular Cheetos are really good.
Okay.
On a beach day?
On a beach day, you know, I like them all. You know, it's hard to discriminate between the chips. You know, they're all pretty good out there. Even Ruffles, I mean, okay. But as we head out there today, it's feeling a little bit more like summer than fall, I would say. You know, starting off this morning, maybe not too bad in the 60s, but there's definitely more humidity in the air. Over here at Snoopy's Pier, 69 degrees. This view thanks to Matthews CCAC. It's 6:55 a.m. right now. A few boaters hitting the water as well as we're getting close to that 7 a.m. hour, and the sunrise just looking gorgeous on this view as well out there, starting off our weekend junior, if you will. Taking a look back at our Thursday, you can see we were above average for both the morning low and that daytime high. That's going to be exactly what we see today as well. Either way, short of those records back in 1986 and 1951 at 36 and 93 degrees respectively. Of course, rainfall, if we don't get any soon, going to be coming up on that 13 inches shy in terms of a rainfall deficit for 2025 here in Corpus Christi. In terms of those temperatures out there, 75 degrees in Port Aransas right now, and then a good 15 degrees in shy, I should say, in Beeville there at 60 degrees. So a good spread out there right now across the coastal bend, even San Diego coming in at that 60-degree mark. So not too bad as we're heading out the door, and that's exactly what we're going to see tomorrow as well with these dew points so close to those temperatures in the lower 60s and the mid 60s right now. That's a perfect recipe for some patchy fog to start developing with those temperatures and dew points so close together. That's what we're seeing in Beeville, Alice, and Hebronville with some of those reduced visibilities this morning. So if you can, just give yourself a couple extra minutes out the door. Keep those lights on, of course, to compensate for any extra time it's going to take you to get to your destination. As we're looking at your dog walking forecast today, we've got Moose on the board ready to go for his walk. Just wait in there, of course. And looking at those temperatures for Moose, about 72 by 8 a.m., 80 degrees by 10 a.m., 83 by noon, a slow warm up with those winds out of the south about 5 to 10 miles an hour this morning, then 10 to 15 as we're going into this afternoon. So not too bad for you there, Moose. And as we're looking at your wind gust forecast, maybe just a little bit breezy if you wait till this afternoon, about 25 miles an hour. Can't even rule out the upper 20s for some of those wind gusts as we go from about 3 to 5 p.m. So want to be mindful of that before they decrease as we go into the overnight hours. Looking at your feels like temperatures, that humidity in place is also going to make it feel just a little bit warmer than the actual temperatures out there, pushing even 86 to 88 degrees at times out there. So going to be pretty toasty on the board for today, and that's going to continue through the next couple of days. Looking at that 7-day forecast for you, you can see pushing 90 degrees by the time we're heading into Monday. But then as we go into the middle of next week, here's where the good news is. That rain chance returns to the board by Wednesday into Thursday with overnight lows in the 70s. So how are you feeling about the rain chances returning, Michaela? I would love to see some, but not any of those hailstorms that we were looking at.
Oh, no, definitely not the hailstorms. You always hit me with these good questions, but we definitely need the rain all the time.
Yes, absolutely. 12.5 inches shy. I mean, fire danger is still out there, so hopefully we start to see some rain sooner rather than later.
Of course. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us on Sunrise this morning, and we'll see you back here for KRIS 6 News at noon.